guess filmmaking in short for me is kind of like making pictures dance in a way. It's kind of weird, but I love it. My name is Aisha Brown. I am a mother and a filmmaker. I'm a screenwriter also and a director. And those are my two specialties. Bump basically is the story of a student government president, a young lady, a young African-American woman. She's a senior at a pretty conservative university. And basically she's a student government president. In the first scene, her and her best friend judge a student that is pregnant. The student government president ends up facing a potential pregnancy. And so the film is about her journey towards, getting the courage to take a test and getting the results back. The inspiration behind writing Bumped would have to be my own story. During my junior year at Fisk, I found out that I was pregnant, and it was a shocker, and basically, me and my best friend, we went on this journey of going to take the test, fumbling in the drugstore, being afraid to approach the cashier with the pregnancy test and everything, and it was just really an adventure. And my best friend, Jacinta Harris, who also stars in the film Bumped, she stuck with me throughout the entire process. Her and my support system at Fisk, my other friends, my family members and everything really helped me. And I was able to graduate on time. I finished in 4 years and everything. My son is healthy. He's 5 years old now. So, my son is, one of my biggest lessons that I've had. And he's taught me so much as a mother. Has changed me in a lot of different ways. And the biggest challenge is worrying about what people would think about me, worrying about, how people would react, and, just being worried about people judging me, because I had been that girl who had judged other people who were pregnant, and now I was in those same shoes, and the biggest fear I had was being a stereotype or a statistic, and now I have felt like I had become that stereotype or that statistic, and I kind of felt like I was in a box. So I think the biggest challenge was kind of working my way out of that box. One of the biggest universal themes that we tackle in Bump is empathy. Basically learning how to empathize with other people and not judging other people and not looking down on other people because of their situation. My main character, she comes full circle and learning how to empathize with others and not be so judgmental. We also ran a very successful Kickstarter campaign this past November, which was crazy because we were in the middle of production. We actually shot November 3rd, and then 2 weeks later we shot our remaining scenes. So our Kickstarter campaign, we were running it during that time, and we were able to raise $5,000. We're completing the film, getting the press kit together, and right now the film festival process, there's a website that we will be using. It's called withoutobox.com. And so basically it allows us to submit to multiple film festivals. I can't speak highly enough of this. It was definitely one of the best decisions I ever made to attend Fisk, because it gave me that family and that support system and that Black awareness. Learned about my history. We had teachers, professors that cared about us. We had limited resources a lot of times putting on our theatrical productions, and it just made us more creative, using the resources that we had to put on the best shows. And I remember doing theater at Fisk and wanting to do like I would create PowerPoint presentations before the theater that would run to set the tone of the theater, the plays that we would do, some of the plays that we would do. And I didn't know then, but that was the beginning of my film mindset, I guess. Currently, I am working on a short film called Child X. And basically, Child X is a story about a young girl growing up in the hood. It takes place in the 1990s.
In Chicago?
Yes, in Chicago. And basically, it's about two young girls kind of navigating their way through this ghetto jungle. Fisk is where I got the motivation to like change the images of Black women in the media. It really helped me dissect, what the media was doing, and what kind of filmmaker I wanted to be, and how I was going to change